What's up? Welcome back to another episode of What They Don't Tell You. I'm your host, Jacob, along with your other host.
Aiden, we're here to bring you our perspective on news, facts, culture, and what we believe to be true about.
Alright guys, so in today's episode, we're going to be taking a look at ABC News, Good Morning America. There's a little bit of a scary footage that we're going to be taking a look at and a scary trend going around. And we've seen this all the time. We saw this with the creepy clowns. But, of course, around Halloween season, this is sparking again. So we're going to take a look and get into it.
Go.
Alright guys, so we're going to take a look. This is again from ABC News. This is Good Morning America. So here we go.
Chilling video captured on a Ring doorbell camera.
Open the door!
3 people wearing Halloween masks terrorizing a family in Alexandria, Virginia, just outside Washington, D.C., late Tuesday night.
The worst nightmare.
The 3 apparently laughing at first, but
Now, Aiden, you saw this, I believe this stance, I'm not sure if the costumes were, but you saw that this was from a movie? What was that from again?
I don't know. I read that people were saying it was a similar scenario
Imitation
to
almost?
what played out in a 2008 horror movie called The Strangers. Also, I'd just like to point out that I think there's a dude walking on the opposite sidewalk.
What are you...
Just like,
what-
little midnight stroll. Oh,
Yeah,
hey,
I mean,
weird
like,
guys.
What's going on back there, you know? Like,
Yeah,
why
well,
would you
this
do-
is
And you see
creepy,
cars
though.
too, multiple. It is creepy. But,
It's
I'll
weird.
resume it here.
actions quickly becoming more sinister. From pulling on the front door
Open the door! Open the door!
to making the motion of cutting their throat before threatening to break into the house.
Alrighty.
I'm gonna count to 10. If this door doesn't open, we're gonna come in.
I can see what you're saying.
1.
And there's cars behind it. Like, what the heck?
I said Happy Halloween when they first came. Asked them to
This is
get
the lady
off
that lives at the
property.
house.
When they didn't, that's when I realized it wasn't a joke anymore.
Our ABC affiliate WJLA speaking with Shayla, one of those family members inside. She says the 3 never got into the house.
They tore the whole thing down.
She says they
Oh,
made
wow.
their way to the backyard, destroying her fence and the screen to the back door.
They came through there, and that's how they entered to get to our door to be able to knock on the back door.
I'm not aware of incidents that have occurred this heinous before, and that's why it's so concerning.
Police in Alexandria now investigating, the chief calling this video very alarming.
But we're going to take every step once we identify them to prosecute them to the fullest extent of the law.
Investigators say what may be seen as a prank days before Halloween is no joke.
Going around to their backyard, destroying property,
Hang on. Stop.
transitions from a prank to a criminal offense. And we take these incidents seriously.
And the chief says his message to whoever did this is turn yourself in. Shayla says that is her mom's house. Her mom now lives in fear because they do not know who did this. Police say they have promising leads with.
Well, that's good that they have leads. They're just terrifying case.
Really terrifying.
Thank you.
Interesting.
Appreciate it.
So, alright guys, you saw the video there. Aiden, what do you think about that?
I mean, I wouldn't want it to be me. You
No
know,
kidding.
it's weird. Yeah, you're right. They could be teenagers. Could be. It's a pretty elaborate setup. You know what I mean? I'm like,
It is.
you gotta be pretty weird, I guess, to want to do that. Like, also you gotta question like why this house? Like, is it perceived? Like, 'cause you know when you think about crime, is it perceived to them as like weaker, less defensible? They know who lives there.
Right.
Do they assume that this person, won't be able to like? There's are there
Was this
liabilities?
a
Are they
scout
making
out?
themselves? Yeah, are they right? Was it scout out beforehand? Was this more spur of the moment? And then we talk about like target hardening in criminology. Did she somehow make herself more of a vulnerable? What caused them specifically to
Right.
target this house? Like, it just seems odd. Maybe is there a purpose, or is it literally just some idiots? You know what I mean? Who?
Dressing up.
But it
I
has
think-
to be somewhat
the thing-
intentional because you don't just have
I
those
feel like-
costumes lying around.
Yeah, you don't
typically.
have those. I think it might, again, like it could have been some just prank, like, hey, let's just dress up and go to these houses. Is this the only house they targeted?
But then they
Is this the
destroyed
only
some
one
stuff.
with-
They
That's
vandalized the
thing, that is
back.
the thing.
They
Why
said they
would
were.
all
I
the
mean,
way
they
to
made
the
this
back?
motion.
Yeah, and they said we're gonna come back, and so it's like, why'd they hit that house? And it was like, if it was just a prank, then they wouldn't go to the extent of tearing down the fence and
Right, you wouldn't think so.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't
No,
know.
I'm not really sure either.
But it is scary. I wonder if they did it to their houses. They just don't have cameras that
Yeah.
showed that. And that's why I highly suggest. I recently just got a Ring doorbell camera. And I suggest get one, dude. Anybody that's watching this, like more often than not, you see the Doctor Scary videos where it's like scariest things caught on doorbell cameras, and you're like,
Remind me.
I kind of want one to know, what's
Yeah.
happening.
Yeah, well, then you can see. But again, that's why, partially in America, too, you can be armed, too. I mean, if they've got into the house or
Mhm.
whatever, you got to protect your family.
Exactly.
That's why it's another benefit of our Second Amendment, I guess. But I mean, aside from that, though, just grateful that they have good locks, I guess, Like,
No kidding.
I mean, to be honest, though, they didn't. It's just such a weird scenario. They didn't go to the furthest effort either. If they were intent, I won't make assumptions, but maybe their back door is a solid door. A lot of back doors
Right.
are like patio
Or just
glass,
glass.
So
Yeah,
so you wonder
exactly.
that too. I mean, or you could consider a window. They clearly, thankfully, didn't pursue the fullest extent they could have if they were being
Exactly.
fully intentional about this. But they were very threatening. Obviously, it's a very creepy, it's just gross.
I mean,
but
was it almost like, I mean, we could ask the question, is it set up by the actual homeowners themselves? Because you saw like neighbors walking around, you saw cars driving in the background. Like, I don't know. Like,
that
you know what
takes.
I
I
mean?
mean, I feel like that
What's
takes a
the-
big stretch, but
That is, and at least even if it wasn't necessarily set up, but like, why wouldn't a neighbor or like the car do anything or say anything?
well, it depends. Yeah, I mean, someone were probably they looked to be just parked. I don't know if the whole time I saw anything. It looks like in one of the frames close to the beginning that there's someone walking behind them. Hard.
Mhm.
I mean, but you don't make a lot.
Could be with them too.
You
know
know,
what I mean?
right? Well, true, but or you don't make a lot of assumptions either. He's on the other side of the
Right,
street, and blocked by some cars. He might not see it at all, assuming we are
Mhm.
seeing a person. I think, and then you don't know. He might not assume anything of it. They weren't taught. You just don't know. You don't know the full extent of the scenario. We see clips, right? So
Right.
it's hard to say
I'd
for
like to get
sure.
that full
But
footage. I don't know if
I don't know if
there's
anyone
a
has.
way
I've
to get
looked.
that.
I looked, but no.
Yeah, guys,
it's
if you find the
unsettling,
full
though.
footage, drop it down in the comments. Yeah, and like you said, very unsettling. I think that's all I have. Anything
Lock
else
your
you want to add before
door.
we head out? Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, that's why. Again, just all the stuff. We'll talk about Halloween later, but all the stuff it promotes and whatnot and gets people. I mean, imagine if she thought it was a joke fully and she'd open the door. Who knows what they would have done? They were
And this
doing
was-
this
this
and
gets into,
threatening
like,
to kill her or wanting to come
No,
out.
no kidding. Like the 2016 like killer clowns, we saw that, and it's just like,
Don't remind me.
please don't start that again. I think that's gonna be it for this one, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Stay safe out there, and happy holidays.